Welcome to Crown Chakra Yoga. In Sanskrit, the crown chakra is also called Sahasrara chakra and is connected to the top of the head. I've been told that Sahasrara means thousand petaled, like a lotus, or a flower with 1,000 petals. This chakra connects with divinity, higher states of consciousness, and to the oneness with all. Please complete the lower 6 chakra yoga classes before beginning this one. And you can find those on my channel or in the description if you're interested. And as with any of my yoga, meditation, or affirmation classes, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And like all my yoga classes, my cues are just suggestions. Please listen to your body and your own needs for breathing. Here's an overview for this class. I plan to start with some affirmations and seated breathing and mudra exercises, and then moving into asana practice, and finishing with a guided relaxation pose with visualization and a closing practice. I do offer some inversion variations in this class. And if you feel pain at any point, come out of the pose. And one can always come to child's pose if needed. For this class, I suggest a yoga mat, 2 pillows, and some tissue. So if you're ready, I invite you to join me seated on your yoga mat. I have some affirmations I'd like to share in this class. So I plan to say the affirmations and then give you some time so you can repeat them if you like. So here are the affirmations. I am open to receive divine blessings. I activate my divine light. And those were some of the affirmations. And there are more opportunities to speak these aloud or internally during the class. So coming to a seated position with 3 options here. Option 1, easy seated position. So if you prefer easy seated position, you can use a pillow. Option 2, half sage. If you'd like to sit in half sage or in Padmasana, I suggest to sit on the mat only. The yoga posture Padmasana or Lotus pose. So please choose which seated pose you'd like to do for the breathing practice. And then bring the hands to the knees and breathe. The breathing practice I have for us in this class is Nadi Shodhana breathing, which could also be referred to as alternate nostril breathing. So it might be nice to have some tissue nearby for this. And I can demo this first. I invite us to do this together. So starting this by setting up the hands, Feel free to use whichever hand feels more natural for this. And then bending the index and the middle finger at the middle knuckles. And I suggest using the ring finger to cover one nostril, and then the thumb on the other. But I suggest striving for a 6-count exhale and inhale. And when switching, cover both nostrils. And then release the alternate finger. In Nadi Shodhana, the exhale comes first. And then inhaling through the same nostril, covering that nostril, and then doing the same on the other side. So the rhythm goes exhale 6 count, hold 2, inhale 6 count, hold switch. Going for about 11 switches altogether for this session. And then releasing the hands, breathing through both nostrils for an 8 count, for 3 rounds of breathing. And the last time, a short hold on the inhale. Alternatively, if it's easier for you, you can bring the 2 peace fingers to the third eye for stability for this practice. So I invite us to do this together, doing the mudra with the chosen hand, inhaling first. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold switch. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold switch. Keep going. Hold switch. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold switch. Keep going. Hold switch. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold switch. Keep going. Hold switch. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold switch. Keep going. Hold switch. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold switch. This is the last round. Hold switch. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release the hands. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last round. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Short hold at the top. And when you're ready, slowly exhale. Returning to a natural breath here. Notice how you feel. Feel free to use a tissue if you need to. And if you need more time here, feel free to pause the video. And if not, then we can move into the mudra practice. Starting with the wrist warm up, left arm extended out in front with the palm up. Palm goes down, inhaling up, exhaling down. One more time like this. And then bend that elbow and do a few wrist circles to each side with the left arm. Other direction. This time right arm extends, palm facing up, palm goes down, inhale up, exhale down. One more time like this, and then bend that elbow and do a few wrist circles to each side with this arm. Other direction. Releasing that arm down. The next mudra is lotus fingers to make a flower crown. So with your left hand, imagine making a K like in sign language. So to do that, the index and the middle fingers split like scissors, and the thumb goes in between, extending the ring finger and the pinky finger out too, trying to have some space between those as well, trying to arch the fingers back slightly. And then releasing that hand down, going to the other side. So now bringing the right hand up. And imagine making a K like in sign language. So the index and the middle finger split like scissors, and the thumb goes in between. Extending the ring finger and pinky finger out too. Trying to make some space between those. Trying to arch the fingers back slightly. So now doing that with both hands. And then crossing the wrists in front of the body, thumbs facing you. And bonus points if you can angle the wrists so that the back of both index fingers connect. And then one can bring it overhead like wearing a flower crown, and smile and release. Another option is making a simple crown by connecting both pinkies together and both thumbs, extending the other fingers up, and placing it atop the head like a crown. Smile and release the hands back down, maybe rolling out the hands or wrists a few times. So if you're ready now, we can move into some yoga postures. Starting in tabletop. Making your way to child's pose with the knees out wide, toes to touch. Two options with the hands. Option 1, palms on the ground overhead. Option 2, palms can lift up, coming back towards the feet. Wherever you are, bringing the forehead down to breathe. From here, bringing the hands palms down closer to the head to lift to tabletop. Going for 3 rounds of cat-cow here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Flowing with your breath, inhale. Exhale, round for cat. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Coming back to tabletop. So the next pose is rabbit pose, and I'm going to demonstrate this first. The first demo is regular rabbit. The second demo is a modification with the hands to the low back or near the feet. I invite us to do this together. From hero's pose, making your way to tabletop, bending the elbows to bring the top of the head to the mat. Tuck the toes, interlacing the fingers behind the back, lifting the hands towards the sky or back towards the head. The modification with the hands to the low back. And if that's not available, then bring the hands to the heels or near the ground. Taking a few breaths in rabbit. Coming back to child's pose. Making your way to tabletop. Doing some wrist stretches here. So flipping one hand, fingers face towards the body and breathe. Palm up, and coming back to tabletop. Wrist stretch on the other hand, fingers face the body and breathe. And coming back to tabletop, pressing all 10 finger pads into the mat, pressing the knuckles into the mat. Release, coming back to child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Coming back to tabletop. Bringing the hands one hand length out in front, pressing the fingers and the knuckles into the mat. Lift the hips to come to down dog. Slight bend in the elbows and the knees. Slightly internally rotate the forearms in. Trying to externally rotate the upper arm. Breathe here. From here, walking to forward fold. Take a breath here. And when ready, making your way to mountain. So from mountain, bringing the hands to the hips, stepping the feet out wide to the wide angle of the mat, and turn to face so you can see me. And here I have a fun original flow variation sequence with side lunging and 2 original moves I've created, with an opportunity to practice the affirmations for 3 rounds each for this time. So start by side lunging, hands to the hips. Slow lunge, alternating to start. Then press off the bent leg to bring the feet together. And softly step back out to wide angle. Again, side lunge for 3. Stepping the feet together. Arms come overhead for chalice. Elbows bent, palms up, facing one another. And here is the opportunity to repeat the affirmation. I am open to receive divine blessings. Step out to side lunges for 3. And then straighten the legs, come back to center, legs stay wide. Arms come overhead, palms touching for light pyramid. And here is the opportunity to repeat the affirmation. I activate my divine light. Bringing the hands to the hips, side lunging for 3. Bringing the feet together for chalice, arms come overhead. I am open to receive divine blessings. Hands to the hips, side lunge for 3. Straighten the legs, arms overhead for light pyramid. I activate my divine light. Hands come to the hips, side lunges for 3. Step feet together for chalice. I am open to receive divine blessings. Side lunges for 3. Straighten the legs, coming to light pyramid. I activate my divine light. Hands to hips. Pivoting the left foot to the front of the mat, getting ready for Warrior 2 sequence. Bending the left knee up to 90 degrees, lifting the arms to shoulder level. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, Warrior 2. Doing this 2 more times with the breath. Inhaling to lift and straighten. Exhale, Warrior 2. Reaching forward to come to Peaceful Warrior. The back arm can come to the back leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Doing 2 more rounds like this, flowing with your breath. Inhale, Peaceful Warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. From extended side angle, windmill the hands down, coming to plank. And then down dog. Setting up for 3-legged dog here. So bringing the feet closer together, lifting one leg up, and here's an opportunity to increase core strength by bringing the knee to the elbow, and then lifting it back up. Exhale to lower, alternating to the other side. Lift to 3-legged dog. Exhale, curling knee to elbow, and switch. Doing this for a few rounds with your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhaling to lift. Exhale to lower. And switch. Option 2 is plank hold or knee down plank hold. Coming back to down dog. And then step, hop, or walk, forward fold. Making your way to mountain. And breathe. Bringing the hands to the hips. Stepping to the wide angle of the mat. Getting ready for 2 rounds of the Chalice and Light Pyramid series. Starting with those side lunges for 5 times. Bringing the feet together, Chalice. I am open to receive divine blessings. Step out to side lunges for 3. And then light pyramid. I activate my divine light. Side lunges for 3. Feet together, chalice. I am open to receive divine blessings. Step out to side lunges, and then light pyramid. I activate my divine light. Keeping the legs out wide, getting ready for warrior two on the other side. And if you need more space, one can bring the feet out further, pivoting the right foot to the back of the mat, bending into that knee, looking out over the middle finger. Inhale, lift and straighten, palms to touch. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift and straighten. From warrior two, reach forward, getting ready for peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Flowing with your breath for 2 more rounds here. Back arm can come to the back leg for peaceful. Extended side angle. Windmill the hands down to making your way to plank. And then down dog. And from here, you can continue with the core strengthening, either with a 3-legged dog lift and crunch, elbow to knee for a few rounds, or coming to a plank hold or a knee down plank. Wherever you are, keep breathing. Coming back to down dog. From here, step, hop, or walk to forward fold. And then making your way to mountain. Breathe. From mountain, bringing the hands to the hips, stepping to the wide angle of the mat. This time for 1 round of chalice and light pyramid, starting with side lunges for 5. Feet together, chalice. I am open to receive divine blessings. Side lunge for 3. Light pyramid. I activate my divine light. Hands to the hips. Feet come together. Getting ready for inversions. I plan to guide through handstand at the wall, but if you're not ready for that today, there are alternative inversions that you can practice during this time, and I'll show demonstrations for those now. Option 1, coming to bridge. Option 2, shoulder stand. And option 3, tripod headstand. So I plan to go through handstand, but if you plan to go to one of those other variations, you can do that now. I suggest to try and find the pose that pushes one out of their comfort zone slightly, but doesn't cause pain. If you feel pain at any point, come out of the pose, and one can always come to child's pose. And if you're joining me for handstand, one can also do this at the wall if this is your first time doing this. Or if you don't feel comfortable with wheel, the wall can be helpful. So if doing it by a wall, make sure you have plenty of space behind you, as there's a slight kick-up action that happens here. And I'm coming to almost like a warrior one position with the legs. bringing the hands down some 6 to 12 inches away from the wall. And if you're in a smaller body, this could be closer, or if you're in a larger body, it could be farther away. Bringing the palms slightly wider than shoulder distance apart. Fingertips spread out wide. And then kick up one leg so the other comes up until it either stays up or meets the wall. Engage the core. Once both legs are up, pressing the legs in towards one another. Feet can be flexed or pointed. And then when you're ready, flex the feet, lower one leg down and then the other. But once one can hold a handstand away from the wall for an extended period of time and is comfortable in the wheel position, then one can practice away from the wall. If you're not there today, then you can just watch handstand towards the center of the mat. If you are ready, feel free to practice with me. Coming back to the wide angle of the mat, feet out about 3 to 5 feet apart, and release down, coming to wide angle forward fold. Taking a few breaths here, and then bending into one knee and then the other. Bending into one knee, bringing the hands down to frame that foot. To lower to mermaid. Making your way to tabletop. And we can do another wrist stretch. Flipping one palm over and breathe. Fingertips face the body. And then lifting the palm up to the sky, tabletop twist. And exhale, threading the hand through for thread the needle. Being gentle with the head and neck here. Breathing. Coming back to tabletop, doing that on the other side now. So flipping one palm over and breathe. And then lifting the palm up to the sky, tabletop twist. And exhale, threading that hand through for thread the needle on this side. Making sure the head and neck are comfortable here. Breathing. Coming back to tabletop. Making your way back to down dog. Making your way to forward fold. Coming to mountain. Coming back to the wide angle of the mat. Feet out about 3 to 5 feet apart. And release down, coming to wide angle forward fold. Taking a few breaths here. And then bending into one knee and then the other. Bending into one knee, bringing the hands down to frame that foot. To lower to mermaid. Making your way onto the back to set up for fish pose. Bringing the soles of the feet down, knees bent. If in a larger body, the hands can be next to the hips. If not, then one can lift the hips slightly, bringing the hands underneath the sacrum. And wherever you are, extending the legs out long, Pressing the hands and the elbows into the mat to lift the chest, bringing the crown of the head onto the mat, and breathe. And then release down. Release the hands. And making your way to the final relaxation pose. One option is temples in the sand, with the knees bent, soles of the feet on the ground, arms out wide. And if you can, make your way to Shavasana. Optional here is bringing 2 pillows underneath the knees to help relax the low back. So finding your way to your relaxation pose. So I plan to go through a short relaxation, and then I'd like to share some statements with you. So begin to get comfortable in this Shavasana. Relaxing the inhales and the exhales. Softening the jaw and the eyelids. Relaxing the scalp and the back of the neck. Softening the chest. Relaxing the shoulder blades. Softening the belly. Relaxing the back. Softening the hips. Relaxing the back of the thighs. Softening the front of the thighs. Relaxing the calves. Softening the shins and instep. Relaxing the heels, arches, and balls of the feet. Softening all 10 toes. Relaxing the whole body. And here I'll share some statements. I believe you are connected to the divine. I believe the divine is connected to you. I believe we are one with the divine. Imagine source light energy pouring in through the crown of the head, being integrated into the entire being. Taking a few moments to be in this energy. And then release the visualization. And here I invite one to notice oneself breathing gently into the body for a few rounds of breath. And then taking a slightly deeper inhale and exhale. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Curling the knees into the chest to breathe. And gently bringing the knees to one side. And then slowly making your way back to seated. And once you're in seated, begin breathing. Sealing this practice in with a mudra and om. Sealing all the benefits of this practice into the body, mind, and spirit. And bringing the hands together in Anjali Mudra at the heart. And bringing the hands overhead. Smile. Inhale and exhale normally. And then we can inhale and om. Inhale. And bringing the hands back down to heart center. May your connection to the divine be filled with love and light. And I'm sending you so much gratitude for joining me in this crown chakra yoga practice today. And I am so honored. The light in me salutes and honors the light in you. Namaste. And as always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a beautiful day.